Welcome everyone. Let's begin our lesson for today by going over our learning goals and success criteria. First, what are we learning? We're learning how to find the exact location of a rational number on the real number line. How are we learning it? Through the rational numbers on a number line review notes and rational numbers on a number line review assignment. When could you use this? To cut boards into smaller equal pieces in order to create or repair furniture. How do we know we learned it? By getting a score of 4 on the rational numbers on a number line review assignment. Now let's take a look at our agenda for today. We'll begin by going over our learning goals and success criteria. While we do that, you'll fill out your Get It Started. Once you've completed your Get It Started, we'll go over it together and answer any questions that you may have. After that, we'll go over the graphing rational numbers on a number line review notes. And then I'll give you time to complete the graphing rational numbers on a number line review assignment. Once you've completed the assignment, we'll go over it together and answer any questions that you may have. At the end of class, we'll go back over our learning goals and success criteria while you fill out your before you go. Your only homework for tonight is to complete any incomplete assignments that you may have. Let's take a look at the rational numbers on a number line review notes. Our notes begin with the learning goals and success criteria. Now, here are the steps for finding the exact locations on a number line. First, we construct a line between the 2 points and label the points 0 and 1. So we need to know where 0 and 1 are. Then we're going to construct a line through 0 that is a transversal to the first line. So it's going to pass through 0 and work upward or downward, either way. Then we're going to use a compass to create equivalent circles on the transversal line. The number of circles should be equal to the denominator of the rational number we are trying to find. And then we're going to connect the point from the center of the last circle to the point labeled 1. And we're going to copy that angle to the center of the circle that matches the numerator of the rational number we are trying to find. Well, what exactly does that mean? Here are some examples of what we're going to be doing. So there's a video here that shows you how to construct a rational number on the number line. Let's take a look now at how to construct rational numbers on the number line. So we're given 0 and 1. And let's say we wanted to construct something that comes between them. Let's try maybe 2/3. Okay? So what we're going to do is we're going to use the ray tool and construct a ray that goes from 0 and extends out somewhere around here. And then we're going to break this up, and let's say that the number we're trying to come up with is 2/3. So first thing we need to do is we need to break this line up, this ray up, into 3 parts. So let's go ahead and do that. So we're going to go to where it says circle. So we're going to use the circle tool, and we're going to click here and extend it out. We can go as big or as small as we want, but the bigger it is, the more difficult it is to work with. So let's just go ahead and keep it nice and small, maybe something like that. So there's my first circle. Now I need to copy this circle and use this as my center. So I'm going to do the same thing, but this time I'm going to go to where it says segment. I'm going to click on this point and this point. That'll give me that radius. Now I can use the compass tool to copy it. So I'm going to click on compass. I go to more tools, compass, and I'm going to click on the segment I just created, which is the radius. It gives me a circle. Notice if I place it on this one, it should be the exact same size. And I'm going to do it again. So now there's 1 point. Then I'm going to do it again. So I'm going to click on this radius. And there we go. There's 2 points. And again. And there's 3 points. So now I have 1/3, 2/3, and 3/3. Now the next step is I'm going to connect 3/3 to 1 because 3/3 is equal to 1. So I connect those. And I wanted to find where 2/3 was. So all I need to do now is create a parallel line to this one through this point. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. I'm going to go to where it says more tools. I'm going to click on parallel line. And I want it to be parallel to this line here. So I'm going to click on that. And then I'm going to bring it. And I want it to go through this point right here. So I click on that. Notice this line intersects the number line right here at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and put a point. I'm going to click point and put a point right there. And that point should represent exactly 2/3 if this is from 0 to 1. Here is another video that shows you how to construct a rational number on a number line. Let's talk now about how to graph rational numbers on a number line. Let's say that this time we want to find negative 2/3. Well, we know negative 2/3 is going to be over on this side over here. So what we're going to do is we're going to construct 2/3 on this side and then copy it over to the other side. So just like before, we're going to start with our ray tool. We're going to click on this point and extend it. Then we're going to break this ray up into 3 parts and connect the third one to 1. So we're going to use our circle tool and go from here to here. And then we need to get this radius so we can copy it. So I'm going to use the segment tool to click on this point and this point. That gives me the radius. Now I can go to More Tools, Compass, and click on that radius right there. So I clicked on it. And now I have another circle that's exactly the same size. And I'm going to place the center of it right here at this point. So I'm going to go ahead and do that. Then I'm going to do it again. So I click on this radius again. Now I have 1, 2 points, and click it again. And then I'm going to do, now I have a third point. Now I can go ahead and use my segment tool to connect it because it's 3/3. So there we go. Now I can go ahead and use my parallel line tool. So I'm going to click on More Tools, Parallel Line. I want it to be parallel to this one and to pass through here. So I click on that. Now notice I have a point where they intersect right here. That is exactly 2/3. But we wanted negative 2/3. So in order to get negative 2/3, I need to just create a circle that goes from here to here. So I'm going to use a circle. I want this to be my center and this to go out to here so that my radius is 2/3, which means that on the other side it's also 2/3. So over here, this point should be exactly negative 2/3. And here is one more video that shows you how to construct a rational number on the number line. Let's talk now about how to graph rational numbers on the number line. This time we're going to take a look at a number that's bigger than 1. So let's say we want 5/4. So what we're going to do is we're going to use our ray tool and draw a ray that goes from 0 away from it. And now we're going to go ahead and take the bigger number of the fraction. So in this case it was 5/4. So 5 is the bigger number. So that's how many circles we're going to draw. So I'm going to use the circle tool and click here. Something like that. And I need to copy this 4 more times. So I'm going to go ahead and use the segment tool here and here. That gives me the radius. Now I can copy the circle. So I'm going to go to More Tools, Compass. I click here. And I'm going to place the center of it here. So there's 1 point. I do it again, 2 points. Again, 3 points. Again, 4 points. Again, now we have 5 points. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So now what we need to do is we need to connect 4/4, which is 1, 2, 3, 4. So 4/4 connects to here. So I'm going to go ahead and use the segment tool to connect this point with this point. And now I need to do a parallel line to this through 5, through the 5th one, so because that would be 5/4. So let's go ahead and do that. So I'm going to use More Tools, Parallel Line. I'm going to click on this line here. And now I want to bring it up and place it right here at that point. So now we should notice that we have a parallel line and it crosses the number line right here. And this point here where it crosses should be exactly 5/4. So I'm going to go ahead and put a point right there, and that is exactly 5/4. Let's talk now about how to sign in to Desmos to complete your work. So what we're going to do is you're going to click on the link to go to the assignment, and it should take you to a page that looks kind of like this. And right here where it says sign in with Google, we're going to click there. It's going to pop up with our email accounts. You're going to click on your school email account, and it should already have you logged in because you should have already been logged in using Google Classroom. From there, I'm just going to click Start the Activity, and it will take me into the assignment and allow me to begin. So that's how you will log into Desmos using Google. Let's take a look now at the rational numbers on a number line review assignment. Our assignment begins with the learning goals and success criteria. If we scroll down, there's a link here that'll take us to the Desmos page. If we click on that link, it'll take us to a page that looks like this. We'll go ahead and click Start the Activity. We have our learning goals and success criteria here again. We'll go ahead and click Next. It says, on this assignment, you will construct the given rational number on the real number line using just a compass and a straight edge. So we'll click Next again. Now we're given the location of 0 and 1, and we're asked to place 3/5. So we're going to go ahead and use our ray tool from 0 and extend it. And then we're going to draw 5 circles because that's the bigger number here, 5. So we're going to draw 5 circles, all the same size. So I'm going to use the circle tool and click on this point as my center, and I'm going to extend it out just like that. So there's one circle. Now I'm going to copy that. In order to copy it, I need to create a radius. So I'm going to use the segment tool to create my radius from here to here. Now I'm going to go to More Tools, click Compass, and I'm going to click on that radius. Notice now it gives me a circle that's exactly the same size as this one. And I'm going to click Put it here. And then I'm going to do it again. I click on the radius and click again. Click on the radius, do it again. So now I have 3 points. And again, 4 points. And again, 5 points. So there's my 5/5. So 5/5 we know is equal to 1. So we're going to connect 5/5 to 1. Just like that. Now, 3/5 is 1, 2, 3 parts of this, right? So if we can draw a parallel line to this one through here, wherever it crosses should be exactly 3/5. So I'm going to go to More Tools. I'm going to go to Parallel Line. And then I'm going to go here to the segment I just drew, and I'm going to click on that. So notice now it's exactly parallel. If I place it on top, it's exactly the same line. And I want it to go through 1, 2, 3/5. So I click there. Notice this line now intersects my number line right here. So I'm going to go ahead and put a point there. And that point should be exactly 3/5. So you'll do that for each of these. If you need help with some of these other ones in particular, make sure to use the notes. There are videos for each of these that kind of show you how to do them. So you'll answer each of the questions until you get to the end. Once you get to the end, you'll go back to your Google form and click Next. This will send you to your Before You Go. Go ahead and fill out your Before You Go and then submit your work on Google Classroom.